Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to, unfortunately not my NSX. Today we are going to fit these BC Racing Coilovers, which have the addition of some stance parts air cups. Now you can see it actually sits a little bit high, and that's because of the wide arch on it, which is friggin' amazing. If you head onto my Instagram, there's a picture of a green NSX at SEMA wearing the same kit, looking schmick. So, air cups all round. Do I know what I'm doing? Of course I do. Let's go. I'm just interrupting the montage quickly because I just want to show you this. So if you're used to Hondas or Civics or whatever in general, so this is the upper arm kind of. So, like, look how thin it is. It is like, that is like space age compared to the Civic over there, which you can't see because of my awful white balance. But wow, if anyone could tell me what this is, probably by the end of recording this, I would have already researched and found out what this is. But what is that? It's like connected to the upper arm, and then it's like the weird. How sick is that? Anyway, back to montage. Thanks, Chase.
No worries, man. Oh, cheers. My ghetto ways helped invaluably, I guess.
When he says ghetto ways, it was all properly done, a shop level. It's been a minute, so it's now almost 3 o'clock. We started this at like 9:30, 10. So, let me just explain what happened. So, the fronts, for some reason, I just couldn't get them out. It turns out that we had to almost fully compress the spring to get enough gap from those crazy arms to get the strut out. The rear was a little bit, the rear took like 10 minutes, but the fronts have honestly taken like 3 or 4 hours. And it's only because of Cheese, really, who helped us out. Beautiful technique, Cheese. Alright, so they're all pretty much in now. I've just got to fit the other side, bolt up this side, and then just run some lines, and then we're good. So I think we're on the home stretch. Back to montages. So I have some explaining to do. Obviously I'm dressed differently, and it's now a few days since the footage that you just saw. So you're probably wondering why this title was filmed, that it went wrong. So this is an air cup. An air cup is designed to only be used stationary. It says in the instructions that you can't use it going over 60 kilometers an hour. So you set the coilovers as you would any other coilovers. Now this cup is supposed to add about 30 centimeters to a spring, right? This is a spring. I'll show you the whole strut. So this is the strut, this is the spring that goes on top. Now with an NSX, as you just saw me going wild over those upper control arms, which by the way, how wild are they? when I fitted this strut, this lock ring was actually hitting the upper arm. Now that was obviously when the car's got a load on it and it's on the ground, it's a little bit differently, but I was jacking the car up and it was still hitting, which is obviously a huge problem because going over any bump it's going to end in a really bad time. So turns out this spring was too long. So here's a note for anyone fitting air cups to an NSX running BC coils. You have to order the shorter spring. So the owner, and I'm saying owner because he doesn't want his name mentioned on camera, which is completely fair enough, has the shorter spring coming, which is shorter by about a couple of inches, I think, which will give us the clearance needed and the fronts can go on. So we'll see how the rest of the video goes, but I just wanted to explain what the hell had just happened and hopefully teach you guys and girls something, because we didn't know that and it properly ruined our day. So yeah, let's see how the rest of the video goes, shall we? You will know before I do. 3, 2, 1, go. And just like that, we are back. So the lowered spring, the shorter springs are now on. They are all ready to go. I have a split pin in my hand because we undid some bolts which we thought we needed, which we don't. So I'm going to reassemble it all. Fingers crossed, this thing will be driving out of here today. Sad for me, happy for the owner. Let's get it. Alright, so I thought I'd just explain what is going on right now. So as you can see, way more clearance from the bottom collar to the top arm, so that's all good. Now what this does mean is this has lowered the front of the car quite a lot. So what I'm currently doing is just down here, no, you can't really see it, just there, I'm winding the strut down into it because there wasn't enough threads on this cup. So we're at a point now where there's enough threads. So now we put the wheel on and see how actually low it is. I think those air cups are going to come in very useful very soon. So you can see the wheel is back on. The other side is also going back on. So it is actually a moment of truth. We've set the ride height as best as we can, as safely as we can. So yeah, join in the excitement of the first time of lowering the front. We'll soon do the rears. We'll see how the fronts are. Test the air system. Yeah, fucking not bad, team. Hope you learned a lesson out of this video. Get the right springs. You can see is the rear is now at ride height, fingers crossed. You can also see Ben just there who helped sort out a wiring issue that we had. We kept popping fuses, so huge thanks to Ben for coming over. Now what you can see is, I'll spin around so you can see the blocks of wood. So it turns out that the front left hand side is 10mm higher. Now we're not sure why, whatever, but this is how stiff this chassis is, that we have to work out that lowering the front left 10mm is actually gonna fuck with the rears. It's really hard to explain, but I'll show you all the measurements and shit. We'll get around to it, but we're gonna sort that out now, and now I'll do a montage. So yeah, as you can see, shorter springs are required to lower an NSX with stance parts air cups. How freaking good does it look? So still needs alignment, but I'll get that done during the week. Good old clean, and then we are frigging good. The air ride works amazing now, thanks to Ben for coming out to help us out. We did not know what was going on. The kit comes with a 20 amp fuse. In the end, it needed a 40. So if you're fitting that, remember that as well. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this very educational one. Let's just look at this NSX for a little bit. Yeah. Well, right, see you in the next video. I don't know when it's going to be. I'm doing videos every 2 weeks for those who don't follow me on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, right here, I very much appreciate the follow. Till next time, boys, girls, it's been a pleasure. NA1.